Hey guys, I decided to start a podcast today. Well, let me introduce myself first. Hi, I'm
Gusta Janice. I don't know how you even pronounce that. She's a slut. She's this pro-feminist, blah, 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 blah. She's a good-looking girl, man. She's beautiful. But, dude, not worth it. Stay away from this girl. Stay away from this woman. She is dangerous to your health.
So what I'm going to talk about today on this podcast is my experience on one of the worst podcasts ever. They're called Freshnfit, even though no one there matches that description whatsoever. After showing you clips of this podcast, it's like hard to watch. That's how disgusting they are. I'm going to start from the beginning as to how I even got on this podcast in the first place. One of my guy friends was like, hey, like, you know, you should reach out to this podcast. Like, they kind of talk about like women's issues, whatever. I was like, yeah, sure. So reached out. They told us to come onto the podcast. And after watching a couple of their YouTube videos, I was like,
triggered.
They talk about SA and other really controversial and sensitive topics in a degrading manner. So I already knew what I was setting myself up for. But we show up and we're in the lobby of their place, whatever, their condo, and we're waiting for them. And this guy comes downstairs and he looks really like confused. So I was like, oh, like podcast? And he was like, oh, podcast. And I was like, okay, cool. So like we start getting to know this guy and we're in the elevator talking and he's really sweet. And there's this other girl with us and she's talking about how she just went on a podcast a couple of days ago, a couple floors lower, and they were such assholes and they were so rude, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, like glad we're not going over there. So we walked into this guy's room and it doesn't look like the podcast setup that we're supposed to be on. So I was like, oh, like, is this Freshnfit? And they're like, no, this is Cloud9. And I was like, oh, we're in the wrong place. We're actually supposed to be at Freshnfit, which is where the girl was saying like those disrespectful men were. So I was already like, damn, gotta prepare myself. Shout out to Cloud9. Those guys are awesome. You guys were so sweet. But anyways, after we figured out we were in the wrong place, we ended up finding the right place. And as soon as we walked in, like, you can already tell the vibes. It wasn't cute. Number one, this guy, I think his name's Aaron, who's the producer. There's like 9 girls and we're all like at this table and he's making us sign these form contract or whatever it was. But we're signing the thing and he's like, I want all the girls to hand me the paper in my hand when you're done. Just like that, with that attitude and everything. Listen, if you want to go be a 3rd grade teacher, go apply, because I don't know who you're talking to with that attitude. Definitely not me. So whatever, that was already the first red flag. And I handed him the paper to his hand. And afterwards, this one girl forgot to. So he made a whole big deal, like, oh my God, like someone's already breaking the rules. Like you can't even listen to directions, la la la. And I'm like, oh my God. Get pena. And then the main guy of the show, who's like the asshole, his name's Myron Gaines, which by the way isn't even his real name. Fraud. He didn't even introduce himself to any of the girls when he was there. Also, listen to this BS. Before you're allowed to go on the podcast, they bring a basket and every single girl that's sitting at the table has to put their phone in the basket on Do Not Disturb, and no girl's allowed to have their phone there. Like, we are literally being treated like 3rd graders, like getting our phones taken away. Like, girl, I can turn off my phone. You don't need to take it from me. You're not my dad. Like, but the 2 special guests, which was Ronnie J, he's like a rapper or something, and his other friend, they were on their phones during the podcast. Literally like this, exactly like this. Not paying jack attention to what's going on. Meanwhile, you're taking away the girls' phones. For what? Like, and they take away your phones so you can't fact check them while you're on the podcast. And they set you up. That's what they do. They take away your phones. They don't tell you anything about what the podcast is about. While Myron has a whole clipboard of things written down, blah, blah. The podcast starts and immediately everything's just like going south. I'm going to start inserting some clips. And number one, I'm going to fact check everything they said because they were pulling out false statistics out of their ass like it was their job. Let the shit show begin, because that's what it is. Before starting this video, I'd like to preface that this is a very emotionally triggering video, so I will be putting up a trigger warning, especially for survivors of SA, and let the madness begin.
All right.
One thing I don't like about the dating scene right now is, like, when you meet a guy or go on dates, they're always expecting something sexual and they're never content with just being friends and just hanging out, which I don't like. Why not just be friends? Why do you have to expect something out of me, you know? I don't owe you anything. And something I like about the dating scene is I enjoy making friends with new people. I enjoy conversating, new opportunities, new experiences.
So you're not trying to smash?
No.
Do you think men and women could be platonic friends?
That's a tricky one. I think so, more on the woman's end. I feel like a lot of the time guys just keep girls around as friends because one day they'll just end up fucking them and they'll have a chance, which is.
At least you know.
At least you know. Like, what the...
So that's a problem.
So I guess the answer is...
That is a problem.
Can they be platonic friends or not? Yes or no?
Yes, it's possible. Anything's possible.
Okay, fantastic. I live in a Disney dream tale as well.
I feel so bad for this guy literally admitting on his live YouTube that he cannot and is not capable of creating friendships with women. That is honestly really tragic. I'll be praying for him tonight. If you can't hold a friendship with the opposite sex, baby, you're the fucking issue. Here I am explaining that I have multiple platonic male friends and he's like, no, you're wrong. Completely invalidating what I'm saying, even though it's literally a fact. But okay, go off, whatever.
I think, let me clarify. Have you ever been on a date with a male that you had no intention of having sex with, but you went out on the date with him anyway?
Of course. Why do you think everybody's out here just fucking everybody?
Okay.
No, real. You have to earn that. You know, like, I'm not accessible to everybody. I could give you an opportunity to present yourself correctly, but that doesn't mean you're just gonna get it.
Okay.
And because my time is also valuable, so for me to even consider going on a date with you means like, okay, you know, like I see some type of potential, but that doesn't mean you just got it. It's never a short thing.
So in that case, that's a yes. You have went out with a guy that you had zero intention of having sex with.
Duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The answer is yes all around. It looks like I see everyone nod in their head. Yeah.
Why is that using them for food? Like,
This man is basically saying that women owe him sex after the first date. Otherwise, we're using them for food. Like, the whole purpose of a date is to get to know someone first before you want to, like, what the... This man's logic is really... I mean, I don't know why his name Myron Gaines. It should be Moron. Moron Gaines.
Right? You know for a fact you don't like the guy.
ask the question again.
No.
No one's going on a date if they don't like the guy. They're going on the date to see if this person can potentially woo them with their personality other than their looks. That's what a first date is. It's getting to know someone. No one's going on dates if they're not interested. That's a very small portion of the population that would use someone for food. I mean, I can pay for my own fucking dinner. I don't need a man to do that for me. Fucking weird.
Exactly. That's the difference, ladies. We don't waste our time with the opposite gender like you guys do.
So what if...
So when he said earlier, hey, I've been on dates and they wanted to smash, it's because they were into you. They wanted to smash.
You don't know me like that. You don't know my personality. I could be a complete bitch and you still want to fuck me? That's disgusting.
Yes.
But
Ew,
see,
but
yes,
that's shallow as fuck.
That's what guys think, though.
Well, then you're not my type of man and I'm not going to fuck
That's
you.
why we know we have to be careful, because at this point in our lives, we know y'all only think with your dick. Now it's up to me to decide if I want it or not.
And you're right.
Not him explaining on his live that he only is friends with women to fuck them. Like, that's so embarrassing. Oh my God. It just like reeks of desperation. Like, ooh.
We as women are supposed to do other stuff. We're supposed to clean, cook, support them, make sure that they're good, make sure that...
The most disappointing part about this podcast was that the women on here were almost as misogynistic as the men. Like, damn, girl, you can't even support your own. Like, sheesh. She's like, yeah, we're supposed to clean and cook and da-da-da-da-da. Girl, that's you. Speak for yourself.
I can't relate.
Well, that's
Literally, I cannot relate.
That's how you feel, and that's okay. Like, many women feel that way, and 100%. Like, I feel like there's...
I don't blame you if you want to cook and clean for your husband. You do that. I'll cook and clean too, but that's not my like duty in life. You feel me? He should also be helping clean and cook as well. It shouldn't just be me. It's not a woman's job.
But you say you disagree with being a traditional woman, like cooking and
So
cleaning and
I
stuff.
feel like when a lot of women feel like off rip, that's something that they're just obliged to do from the get-go. And for me, it's more like it depends on the roles you're playing with your relationship. For example, my man could be the house man. He could be the one taking care of the kids. I could be the one.
And here's these dumb assholes interrupting her, being rude as hell. Like, she's saying what she wants. You don't have to agree with that. To each their own, baby.
200,000.
Here, moron, we'll call him, is asking women what a man needs to make for them to, like, be attracted to them. He really put us on the spot. I don't really give a shit about how much money they make. I don't think that's really that important. But listen to this girl. Just listen to this girl.
My man needs to make, like, way more money than me. Because I hate when guys feel intimidated.
Thank you for being honest, Daniela. No. So you need
She hates when guys feel intimidated. Not her catering to the male ego, girl. What? Okay. She said she wants $4 million. She wants her potential man to make $4 million. Girl, good luck. That's all I'm going to say about that. Good fucking luck.
A high value woman does not exist by herself. That's why.
Moron, you have better things to be worrying about other than what you consider a high value woman. You should be worrying about that big ass bald spot on your big ass head. For real. Like, for real. Like, you are worrying about the wrong fucking issues here.
What the
heck? Yes, 2020. Girl, you high, baby. No.
You guys want to get triggered, that's fine. But what I'm saying is this, and I stand on it. There is no such thing as a high value woman by herself. Period.
So you're saying that a woman is only valuable if she has a man? I'm a human being, bitch. I'm valuable, period, with someone or without someone. I really don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Aren't you single? Aren't you single? So you're not a high value man by yourself. If you're not triggered already, girl, you're gonna be.
It depends on the girl.
Look,
I'm not gonna take like a 30-plus-year-old on multiple dates when I know she's been fucking. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? A younger girl that has less mileage, she's gonna get different treatment.
Not him comparing women to fucking cars. This man's saying, oh, a 20-year-old woman, she got less mileage. Stop comparing women to objects. We are people. Moron.
You don't know what the mileage is of any age.
Yeah, and you don't even know their mileage in the first place. They could be 30 years old and have a body count of 5. That's none of your fucking business. Like, when I talk to guys, I don't ask for their body count. I could really give less of a fuck. That's really not that important to me.
Somebody masculine. Look, I'm successful. I make my own money.
Masculine
but at the same time,
more masculine traits.
Why is that masculine?
What's wrong with that? Making your own money. What's wrong with making
I'm
your own
masculine.
money?
What? Have you not?
Why is that a problem?
What?
I never said it's a problem. I'm simply saying
I'm masculine trait because I'm independent and I'm an entrepreneur.
There's nothing wrong.
Don't y'all want that? Because if
No,
you let a girl not make anything, then you start talking shit.
Men don't care about that.
Men don't care about that.
You don't.
No,
most men.
You don't speak for all men.
Yeah, you don't speak for all men here.
Bosses, like,
Okay.
I know real men
That's
that
on y'all.
value my
Okay.
value.
No. Again.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
You're talking from your feelings too. You're acting like you're
And
all
he's
logical.
trying to speak for all men. Like, no man wants a masculine woman. Girl, speak for yourself. There's a lot of men out there that like feet and like being peed on. Trust, there's a lot of men that like different fucking things. Not all of them want a submissive and feminine woman. That's you. That's your opinion. This man talks way too much about facts over feelings, when all of his statements are literally opinion-based. Moron.
It's okay if you make your own money. It's okay if you're a career woman.
But
it's okay if you're successful. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. It's okay if you do that. But what I am saying is it doesn't necessarily make you sexier, okay? A woman that's strong and independent that earns a lot of money is not the same as a man that earns a lot of money and is independent. Yes, it is, because women that are argumentative, assertive, dominant, A-type personality, basically what you're displaying right now, is not attractive to a majority of men. I'll be very honest.
That's crazy because I fit all those characteristics and I got a line of men out the motherfucking door waiting to talk to me. So that's crazy. That's crazy. He really likes to speak like he's like the entire male population.
Because weak men can handle somebody like that.
No. Why?
He's projecting is what he's saying. He feels so threatened by an independent woman that he finds them unattractive. So thank you for blatantly saying that you are insecure as fuck. Moron.
Dude, hold on.
You're talking about bums. You're talking about the average bum.
Yeah, you're talking about bums.
Can I handle a
Perfect.
woman?
You can say that. But here's the argument.
It's a fact.
Yeah, clap your hands. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I will
fine.
clap my fucking hands.
Okay, that's fine. But why should a man that makes $1 million a year, okay, have to deal with a 32-year-old woman that makes a lot of...
First off, they're not dealing with anybody. They love the person. they're not like having to deal with this person. They're choosing to surround themselves with this person.
Hold on. When he can go, let me finish. When he can go and get a 21-year-old,
I'm a vibe.
When he can go get a 21-year-old that is not argumentative, attractive, younger, and can bring him children. Why is he going to deal with you?
Right.
Real talk.
So, and you just said that perfectly.
A lot of older men will seek younger women because younger women are easier to manipulate, they're easier to emotionally abuse, and they're less mature. It's easier to take advantage of younger women because they're less experienced when it comes to men. Fucking idiot. Nothing against young women, by the way. I'm 22 years old myself. I'm still learning every single day. So I'm not saying anything mean. You want to know how misogynistic these men are? As much as they'd like to say that they're not misogynistic and they're just talking about their feelings, whatever. You know how all the girls have to get their phones taken in a fucking basket so we don't disturb whatever. Here's Ronnie J, his special guest, whose phone literally rings during the podcast. And what does Moron have to say about this? Absolutely jack.
A little bit less agreeable, because obviously for you to make that kind of money, you're not going to be an agreeable person. You don't become a self-made millionaire by being agreeable and nice and polite and pleasant. You get there by
If Ronnie J happened to be a woman, she would have got kicked off the podcast.
We don't like boss babes, independent women, blah, blah, blah.
That sounds like a personal problem. If you don't like boss babes and women who make their own money, there's a lot of men that find that very sexy, and you just happen not to be one of them because you're so insecure about a woman being more successful than you that you need to find a woman with lesser to make you feel comfortable in the relationship. A lot of projecting going on here, if you couldn't tell.
It's cool for you if you make your own money. Excellent. But that does not make you sexier. It's a lie. It's propaganda to keep women single, and it keeps you guys from getting married.
He really thinks that being a boss babe is propaganda to keep women single. What the 1975 fucking ideology is this, bro? Like, I really just can't help but laugh. Like, this is ridiculous.
Because it's going to be a dutiful wife and mother.
A dutiful wife? He wants a man who's a dutiful wife.
I agree with that.
That's your opinion.
But
real quick, that's
but
a
they
fact.
feel more.
That's not a fact.
No, but it's
That's
not.
not a fact. You can't speak for all men and say all men want.
He's like, oh, all men want a feminine woman. That's a fact. That's a fact. Bitch, that's feelings. That's literally coming from your feelings, how you feel. I don't know where you read that online. That's a fact. You must be mistaken.
Just the age, if you're just trying to fuck her because she's young, like...
No. Here's the thing. You seem to have a lot of issues with what we're saying.
Damn fucking straight I do, if it wasn't fucking clear. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes, for stating the obvious.
Hey, man.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and that's fine. You could be triggered. You can be triggered about what we're saying.
I'm just answering your question.
You could be triggered. I've maintained my composure so well thus far, considering all the fuck shit you've said so far. You could be triggered. The only person triggered here is you, darling. Cutting off all the girls, putting their phones in a basket. You are living a very triggered life, sir.
No, the ones with the ring on the finger are not what you just described. They're a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna be real.
I
agree with a lot of stuff that Myron and Fresh is saying, because at the end of the day, they wouldn't be this popular if majority of the men didn't agree. I don't really know too many.
And then this man is like, well, I agree with everything they're saying, because if what they were saying isn't true, they wouldn't have such a large following. His entire audience are little boys, incel boys, who are stuck glued to a computer screen with no social skills. You are attracting misogynistic people because you are saying misogynistic things. You are attracting a certain type of audience. And clearly you are proving my point that a lot of men exist like this, and that's why you have such a large following, and that's extremely scary. And I hope that these little boys come to their senses and stop watching this garbage.
Any channels that are as big as them, to be honest.
And they are not even in the 100,000th percentile of popular podcasts.
I mean, I became a fan of the show because of the stuff y'all was talking, because I never really...
If you're a fan of Freshnfit, I feel bad for you. That's the kind of content that you like? Girl, I got news for you. You got some mommy issues.
I'm just saying, your career doesn't make you sexier.
That's what I'm telling you.
Women don't have a career to be sexy.
That's what I wanted.
He's like, women having a career doesn't make you sexier, as if we have a career for the sole purpose of being sexier towards men. I mean, what kind of reality are you living in? Because what girl is getting a job to please a man? I know damn sure it's not me.
When I said earlier, when I mentioned a high value woman does not exist by her own, all of you started throwing your careers and your financial act.
There's a big difference between high value and the other fuck shit he was saying. Yes, I consider myself high value because I am successful. I'm not saying I'm sexy because I'm successful, but maybe I am sexy to myself because I am successful. Like, not everything is catered around the male gaze, baby. Like, we don't do everything for men. Most of it isn't for men, to be honest with you.
Accolades at me.
Yeah, you did.
As if it was something that was attractive. Well, I make this much money, blah, blah, blah. You led with your career, which, hey, if you're a guy, that might work. But as a man, we don't care how much money y'all make.
We don't do it for men. We don't have a career and we don't make money for men. We are not millionaires for men.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, men are more likely to get raped because of prison.
And they're not going to say anything.
That's also incorrect. This man is spewing lies out of his ass. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, around 80,000 men and women a year get sexually abused in American correctional facilities. So once again, he's wrong. If you look up that whatever he just said anywhere on Google, you're not going to find any information whatsoever. It's actually also crazy because men fear prison because of rape, yet women live in fear every single day because of rape. So let's take a step back and realize our privileges here, all right?
You put a little bit more attention on your daughter. Like, if you was to have a daughter, you'd be extra, overprotective because you know the dangers that she faces as a...
Yeah, it's not all men until you have a daughter and you're like, oh, don't trust any men because our fathers, our brothers, none of them trust men, but... All right, go off, sir.
I mean, we can have this argument about who suffers more or whatever the fact is, but remember, notice how you said, I feel safe, right? I don't feel safe when I walk at night. How you feel in reality are two different things. Yeah. The reality is you're not as in danger as you may think.
Yes, we quite literally are. Sex trafficking is actually a multi-billion-dollar industry, and 85 to 90% of those victims are women and girls.
Okay, so if you're going to make an accusation that can destroy a man's life, you better bring some goddamn facts.
There's less than 2% false accusations, so you're talking a very, very small percentage right
here. Less than 2%?
No.
Yeah.
No, false accusations
you are more likely to get struck by lightning than you are to get falsely accused of rape. It's a fact.
They're literally saying I'm lying when you can go look this up on fucking Google. It's 2% to 10% are actually false accusations. As well as this, you are just as likely to get struck by lightning than you are to get falsely accused.
Stupid.
As well as this, men are 230 times more likely to be raped than falsely accused. So y'all are worrying about the wrong motherfucking issues once again.
False accusations are a real thing.
Yeah, false accusations are a real thing, and so are the 90% of rape that is actually true and women are telling you the truth about, but you are so focused on this la la Disneyland of false accusations. I really think minute by minute, it's just starting to get more obvious that this man is clearly has done something wrong, that he keeps bringing up false accusations like his life depends on it.
Very good right now.
All right, okay, Myron is gonna trigger a lot of women tonight. Bet a bunch of these women don't know what.
Like, he literally gets off on triggering girls. Mental illness, love. Please go get therapy.
Man wants what? $50 from Mr. Steal Your Blocks.
Also, I just want to mention how these boys who watch their podcast are paying anywhere from $10 to $700. Just so their dumbass comment can pop up on the screen live during the podcast. Like, men are paying $700 to be like, that blonde girl's a bitch. Like, bro. Y'all are funny.
Randomly on Instagram, he DM'd me to come to this event, and then one day he was like, you should fly out to California. We went, and then we met that guy, the producer, through him.
Yeah, and then wait, weren't you the one talking about, like, oh, women being raped, and you're like, fly out with somebody who's
bitch, disgusting. This girl pissed me the fuck off. Like, I think her name is Danielle or something. She's literally saying, she's like, aren't you the one complaining that girls are getting raped, but here you are flying out to Girl, stop shitting on my parade. Stop being jealous because I had a great ass time and you didn't. I'm so sorry, but that really, you're comparing apples to celery here. Yes, rape is a very serious threat to a lot of women, but that's not going to stop me from going on a free vacation with my sister. Like, y'all must be turned if you think I'm turning that opportunity down.
Wait,
And these men are like, facts. Y'all really thought you did something, did you? Oh, jeez. Can only handle so much bullshit in one day, you feel me? Oh, God. I really need to mentally prepare myself going back into this. They just say some really dumb shit. It's like not easy to put up with dumb people. You feel me? Like, being around dumb people is hard. I'm not ready to lose all these brain cells. Let the stupidity begin.
Jeez, that doesn't mean that I deserve to get married.
I was lost in the couch.
Beat a bitch up. I'm not gonna put myself in any situation where I know that I'm going to be unsafe. I have my own hotel. I have my own shit. I have my own friends in California that I can rely on if shit were to go south. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where that happens.
Like, I'm going with someone else, with my sister getting flown out. I wouldn't put myself in a dangerous situation. Like, going outside running on a jog at night by myself is scarier than going with my sister and getting flown out somewhere.
So she was saying that you might get raped if you go outside late night jogging, right? It's a high chance that it could happen.
In your house, she went on
but then she went on a flight to some random guy on Instagram to California.
I saw some random guy. I had met him once, but I met him.
Or like, I'm not gonna let that fear stop me from going to run at night. Like that's a fear I need to worry about.
No. Those girls need to stop interrupting me, and they just keep.
I'm saying that a woman's friendship is pointless to a guy.
Women have more to offer than just sex. We're human beings with a brain and
That's
things
cool.
to say. We
Absolutely.
have more to offer than sex.
That's-
So why
that's
can't we be
very true.
friends? Why can't we just
Because-
Yeah, he literally just agreed with me. That is very true. So then there should be a thing as platonic friendships if all you're looking for is not just sex. Moron.
Because the male experience is extremely different from the female experience. We live in different worlds. Whether you guys want to accept it or not, y'all live in a world and we live in a world. I'll be honest with you.
I live in a world, you live in a world, we live in a world. Shut the fuck up.
A lot of women live in a Disney fairy tale. Men have to live in a...
I wish I lived in a fucking Disney fairy tale, but I don't. I gotta put up with dumbass men
Like you.
That's the opposite of my fairy tale.
fact-based reality. Period. The thing is this. No, ladies. The reason why it matters is because your perception is your reality. So what happens in your life isn't gonna happen in my life. Therefore,
bro, why are you mansplaining life right now? Like, no shit. You live in your reality, I live in mine. Like, okay. I don't understand what his point was there.
you're not equipped.
So maybe you're not equipped to have a platonic relationship.
Period. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Girl over here. Exactly. You're not equipped to handle a platonic friendship because you are clearly incapable of looking at women as people and not sex objects.
But I'm telling guys, it's a waste of time to have female friends.
How are people still listening to this man? I don't understand. What makes women incapable of having male friends? I'm not even excusing myself. That's for you, moron.
Having female friends is a liability, right?
I can fight.
Exactly.
You're only protecting women from other men. Men clearly are the fucking issue here.
Yeah. Fact over feelings, bro.
Women offer better advice when it comes to relationships, how to handle emotions. Men are so emotionally vulnerable.
Incorrect.
I don't mean better. Well, women are emotionally more in tune, so I feel like we do have somewhat a better sense of, like, when it comes to relationships, friendships, anything when it comes to people and how others feel. I think we're really good at that.
Let's tackle your first thing. You said women offer better relationship advice.
I don't want to say better, but we offer a different perspective. Why wouldn't you want to know a woman's perspective when you're dealing with a woman?
Because here's the thing.
Why is it?
You don't ask the fish how to fish. You ask the fisherman
how to fish.
The thing.
Okay, so women have already been compared to Louis Vuitton bags, cars, and now we are fish. So that, give it up for Moron. He's on a roll. But let me explain why this is literally the dumbest thing ever. The most obvious problem with this analogy is that he's trying to catch a fish, not attract one. You're catching something. Women are not things to be caught or conquered. We are human beings. Get that through your... This whole analogy is wrong in the first place, because if a fish could even talk, it wouldn't want to be caught. It wouldn't give you the information to be caught. Yet women do want men to do things that are attractive to them. So this analogy literally makes no logical sense whatsoever. The analogy also implies that you deceive and coerce women into having sex with you, because you're literally... When you're catching a fish, you're deceiving them. You're making believe that there's a prey there for them, and then once they catch it, you're like, joke's on you, motherfucker. And that's what you're saying you're doing with women, is you're deceiving them to catch them.
What do you think a man wants, or they talk about what women want?
They don't know.
9 out of 10 times, they can't even describe it, and on top...
9 out of 10 times, damn, I guess I'm a fucking anomaly, because I could name right now what I would want in a guy. Like, it's really not that hard.
That make a woman aroused by a man are politically incorrect. You don't got to text her. You shouldn't be texting her back every now and then. You should be giving her less attention. You should be only giving her attention when she behaves.
Where is he getting this advice from? He has to be getting dating advice from reading How to Train a Dog. Nothing else makes sense as to how he has this ideology.
You should not be putting her on a pedestal. You should be treating her like crap.
You should be treating her like crap. You are... They have 400,000 subscribers who are listening to him saying, you need to treat women like crap to get girls. The guys who treat women like crap cannot hold a stable relationship, because eventually the woman figures out, where the fuck am I, and why am I stooping down to this garbage? And then they leave. Women who go after men who don't treat them well, don't text them back, treat them like crap, they don't have any self-worth. They don't feel like they are worthy of love, and they don't love themselves. And that's why they're constantly chasing that validation that they're never going to get. And once they do get that validation, they're going to be like, and then they kind of don't want you anymore, because they see that you find them worthy, and they're like, something must be wrong with them because I'm not worthy. So those are the type of women that you're attracting when you are treating them like shit and they continue to come back. You are just attracting a very insecure and a woman who does not love herself.
Because to be more attractive to women, you don't show your emotions.
This is the patriarchy. This is exactly what the patriarchy does. Is the patriarchy tells men to not cry. Showing emotions is feminine. It's so normal to cry. Being emotional is part of being a human being. I don't understand why people are so reluctant to be vulnerable and show emotions. Like, you understand when you cry, the reason you feel better afterwards is because you're literally crying out those sad hormones and those sad chemicals. Crying is normal. Showing emotions is normal.
It makes you less attractive.
I
no, it
love
doesn't.
A vulnerable man who opens up about his emotions. That is the sexiest thing to me. Oh my god!
Don't do it.
I don't like that.
Don't do it.
But that's the thing.
Don't do it.
I don't like that. I didn't ask you if you like that. I said I did.
Own preference, but I'm speaking from my personal experience, so you can't say for all women that we don't like an emotional man. I do.
Guys, don't listen to that. Do not be emotional around your girl. It's all cap. Women are not equipped to handle you crying in front of them.
Do you know why?
Literally every 10 seconds, I'm losing like 50,000 brain cells, bro. Like, is it worth it? Is it even worth it to continue?
Men are so violent because they can't express their emotions in a healthy way, which is why they go and buy a gun and go shoot up a school, because men are taught not to express their emotions. Men are not taught to express their emotions. You hold it in until you explode.
You're telling me people are shooting up schools because they're not getting laid? What? There's solutions to those problems. You can go get a pocket pussy. You can literally go buy a doll. Like, you can literally jack off. Y'all have the luxury of using your hand and being done like this. Like, it's... Where the fuck are you getting this information from? That guys not getting laid is a big part of violence and shooting people. Go to fucking therapy.
I was saying, okay, so like 90% of all the world's violent crimes are committed by men. I'm saying that there's definitely a correlation between how society teaches men that, don't cry like a girl, don't hit like a girl. Like, saying that feminine qualities like expressing emotions is negative, but in reality, logic and emotion are both just as important. Your heart and your brain work together. It's not just the brain. You also have to listen to the heart. That's why it's a beautiful thing when men can express their emotions.
Crying in front of a woman is the most unattractive thing you can do. Women are not equipped to handle a man's emotions.
You're not a woman.
Women are not equipped to handle a man's emotions. Then who is? Your mom isn't equipped to handle your emotions. Your sister isn't equipped to handle your emotions. If anything, women are the most capable of listening and helping a man understand his emotions because of how in tune with our emotions women are. Because women aren't afraid to express vulnerability. We embrace our feminine energy.
Like I said, we know what makes a man attractive to a woman because...
No, you don't. You're a fucking man. A woman knows what she finds attractive in a man. And here women are saying, I find this and this and this attractive. You're like, nope, you're wrong. And he's talking about fact over feeling. His feelings are getting in the way of so many topics that we're going over right now. Feeling.
You guys, can you please stop just like chiming in randomly?
Yeah, please,
It's extremely annoying. If you have something to say, wait, and then we can like call on you and you say something. But it's like, all these mics, this is not like some crazy like conversation, man. It's a podcast, one at a time. So, like I was saying with you, you can say that, but you guys might be exceptions to the rule. If I took 100 women and I said, can a guy cry and be sensitive in front of you? Are you off? You leaving? Okay, then she can go. All right, turn the cameras on, kick her out. All right, cool. Now that it's getting out there with Me Too, a lot of women are getting proven that it's false.
Where are these facts? False rape accusations very rarely lead to convictions or wrongful jail time. A useful article in Quartz by Sandra Newman points to research from the British Home Office showing that in the early 2000s, of the 216 cases that were classified as false allegations, only 6 led to an arrest. Of those, only 2 had charges brought against them, and those 2 were found to be false. I literally just disproved your entire everything. So what now? What now? This man is lying about deadass everything he says on there to push an agenda. To push the agenda that women are less than men and that we need to be domesticated like animals.
Destroy a man's life because of some kind of pettiness or anger. So, excuse me if I say, I don't know.
No, that's
we need
fine.
to prove it.
That's fine.
Because I'm not going to be one of these soy boys that's going to tell you believe all women. Fuck that. This country was built upon due process. And if you want to complain and say, this is fucked up and all men are assholes or whatever, you benefit off the world that men created and you're ungrateful. Period.
You can have your doubts, but when someone is sitting right in front of your face saying a very vulnerable and very traumatic
feelings, he wants
the
facts.
first thing you say... Number one, it's facts and feelings. It's a real experience that happened in my reality, which is a fact, and now I'm telling you how I feel about what happened to me, which is feeling. Both work hand in hand together.
Saying, look, I can believe her when I see some facts that actually happened. If not,
Where the fuck are the facts? You think someone was recording her sexual assault?
no, we're saying, she can say, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me. We don't know. We're just saying, look, men are in jail right now for that false accusation. What do you tell them?
More? False accusations are actual rape. So let's focus on what's actually real and not the Dreamland, Disneyland, which is the false accusations, which is 2%. La La Land.
She didn't say a name though. She didn't.
As these men are so adamant on pushing the narrative that false rape allegations ruin people's lives and all these men are being hurt and like when in reality, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. You just read the statistic. 2 to 10%, and most of the time those cases get thrown out. No one actually ends up getting charged whatsoever. Like, he's focusing on something that is so minuscule.
Look, I was molested when I was 12, right?
Alright, look, we're not gonna...
And then this guy basically tries to shut this down. And here you are, not offering any sort of compassion, not being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh my God, you're such a strong woman for enduring that. Instead, he's like, no, we're not gonna talk about that, we're not gonna talk about that. Go fuck yourself.
You don't see the other side. You don't see all the men that lost their lives and their livelihood.
There's more women losing their lives to rape, assault, and domestic abuse than there are men losing their lives from false accusations. It's really not that hard to look up the facts.
No,
we were talking about her
it's a foreign concept.
experience, and now y'all are turning it to this, and you flipped it real quick.
No, we just said we don't know. We just said we don't know. Look, y'all
And
got
you see
getting
how
triggered, so we don't know.
but do you see how unsympathetic that is? Like, oh, my mom died. Oh, yeah. Did she? Where's the obituary? Where's the obituary, guys? Pictures of your mom in her coffin. You see how stupid that sounds?
No. Let me tell you something. Yeah, number one, don't.
a valid point. If someone is coming up to you and they're expressing their feelings about a very vulnerable and traumatic experience, and the first thing you say is you're asking for proof, that's like you emailing your professor and being like, oh, like I can't turn in this assignment, my mom literally died. And the first thing they say is show me like the obituary, instead of offering some sort of compassion and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you, blah, 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 blah. You can always ask that stupid question a little later, at least, if you're trying to be somewhat respectful. What this man did was just be an asshole.
So, number 2, you said fucking dumb, bro. You're not gonna disrespect me on my platform. No.
Why are you getting so offended? I'm just stating a fact. Fucking dumb. It is. And you.
I care about your problems, but you guys aren't even willing to talk about your
women's problem.
Exactly. Here you are complaining about men's issues, but here you are also not wanting to be vulnerable and express emotions about these issues. You see how you don't make sense?
Women is a danger.
You are a danger to society by telling men to completely disbelieve everything women say at all times, because that's what you've been doing this entire fucking podcast.
If you were raped, go to the police.
Sorry, that just triggered me. It's just so easy for men to be like, oh, if you're raped, go to the police. Contrary to popular belief, the vast majority of sexual assaults are not perpetrated by strangers. The truth is approximately 2/3 of sexual assaults are committed by someone the victim knows. 38% of rapists are a friend or acquaintance of the victim. Y'all think that rape is someone like being tossed into an alley and being like forcefully, like that's not how it works all the time. It's also coercion, it's also manipulation. There's a bunch of other factors that go into that. According to the FBI statistics, out of 127,258 rapes reported to police in 2018, only 33% resulted in arrest. What do you have to say about that? Why the fuck am I gonna take my mental health, my money to spend on lawyers and all this for a year-long case for it to literally get thrown out and then make me feel even like more shit? I'd rather stay at home and suffer and go see a therapist than try and convict this person when our justice system purposely, it oppresses women. It's not in women's favor ever. Go to the police if you were raped. I mean, what evidence do I have to bring to the police? It's he said, she said. Most of the time. If the statistics were you only have 33% chance to live if you go through with a surgery, I guarantee you probably wouldn't fucking do the surgery. Why attempt to do something that has a very small percent chance of benefiting you and the other quite literally destroys your life?
Yeah. And then spend $20,000 on lawyers and then end up the case getting thrown out. Which,
well, you don't know that.
You
don't know that.
Yes, I do, because I just gave you the
It's not worth it. It's not worth my mental trauma. I'd rather suffer at home than go to the police and suffer even more.
That's your choice. Then that's your choice.
No shit, Sherlock.
That's your choice. So why do I have to twist anything for you?
I mentioned it because
no one owes me shit.
Did I ask for sympathy? I'm trying to educate y'all. That's really all I'm trying to do, is educate you on why women do the things that they do. That's your choice. Did I say it wasn't? Did I say it was forced? Like everything that these men are saying, it just does not contribute to the conversation whatsoever. And that's why it makes it a very lame and redundant podcast. He's a sexist, uneducated hypocrite, who's also a fraud.
You should have went to the police.
I was
It's your civil duty.
Police.
You should have went to the police.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I am too.
All right, y'all can leave. Y'all can leave. Like,
anyways, they recorded us walking out and like putting on my shoes to leave, like all this extra ass shit. If you go back 30 minutes into the video, I signaled to my sister, I go like this, 3-0, to signal that we're leaving in 30 minutes because it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm trying to go the fuck home. I'm not wasting any more time here. And I also have work the next morning. So we left because it was getting late. And honestly, I'm glad we left when we did, because the rest of the conversation continues to go on and say that if you're raped, you need to go to the police. If you don't, that's your fault. Victim blaming. And I just would have been so triggered during that whole conversation. It was just not worth even the mental hassle. Afterwards, when we were walking out of the door, I look at Moron and I tell him, and I was like, oh, like, thank you so much for the experience. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And just closes the door, so doesn't say anything. A 30-year-old man, like if that's how he treats women, I really wonder what kind of relationship he has with his mom. I know he has mommy issues. Like there's just no way he doesn't. I don't understand why people are taking advice from a man who's on seeking arrangements He clearly has so much trouble interacting and getting girls to like him in Miami. Also, hold up, I want to throw this out there. I was telling some people that I was going on this really sexist, misogynistic podcast, and they were like, oh, does it happen to be Freshnfit? I was like, how do you know? And my friend was telling me, they're like, bro, everyone in Miami hates them. Like, no one fucking likes them. They act like they're so cool. They literally don't get into any places. They're all losers. Literally no one likes them. So why are people taking advice from people that are not only hated by hella women, but are also hated by an entire city? Like, that's a question y'all should be asking yourselves. Number one, the name of his thing is 1% Man. Please read, I'm picky. Oh God.
Hello.
This you on Seeking Arrangements? Here's his pictures. Let's look up his name. This is his real name. This is him. This is literally him. He also was a special agent with the Homeland Department of Security. I don't know. But here he is. This is his real name. I'm not sure why he goes by Myron Gaines, but Moron goes a lot better. To all my girls and guys out there, I'm really sorry you had to sit through this, especially if you've been assaulted in any sort of sexual manner. I know it's really hard to listen to people like this talk about something they've never experienced in their life. Not really sure what happened to the rest of my videos, but I guess I'll make the outro on my laptop. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I just wanted to let everyone know that it's always the balding, insecure, and ugly men that have the most to say, so don't worry about their opinions. It doesn't really matter. If you have any other cool topics that I should maybe touch upon, let me know.